I am your host Slim bin Mohammed Rafi, and here is your YouTube channel, Zamir Universal. Why Netanyahu would not agree for ceasefire and to continue war, continue the atrocities he is committing, and what will he gain by just keeping a couple of soldiers or idea of young boys and girls on a Philadelphia corridor. You can well imagine that how on earth it's Netanyahu alone has so much guts to face almost 75 to 80% of the whole Israeli population, which includes the grieving mothers, sisters, fathers, husbands. And you can see that the stone headed, the stone walled, this guy who is not a human face, he is a devil with having a body of a human. Inside him is a devil. In fact, he has been hostage to the powers who want to have gain if the war continues and now expands to Egypt. And obviously, if he insists by staying in Philadelphia, the next enemy he is going to have is not going to be Hamas or Hezbollah or Houthis or Syrians or Iraqis or even Iranians, is going to be the Egyptians. And you can see for yourself, the history is going to repeat itself. Sisi may be, the real Sisi, I mean, a woman like Sisi, and not really a good soldier or a good man to fight back. But unfortunately, Netanyahu is forgetting that the Jews have been slave of the pharaohs, who was an Egyptian king. And they killed every firstborn male and left the women just to humiliate them, use them as tissue papers, enslave them and do their housework, and they have their mistresses. No, he wants to drag you back. He couldn't give a damn whether, the Israel turns into small pieces, and all you have to do is to just look at the ghost towns in 180 kilometers long, the border between Lebanon and Israel. What if that all vacated villages in the north, and which he himself has vacated and asked them to vacate, is occupied by Hezbollah, Iran, Houthis, and other soldiers, who just can enter into Lebanon from anywhere in the world, and nobody is going to stop them. And when this grand incursion occurs, and the empty houses, empty malls, you can imagine yourself that, holding on to a small tiny strip of Gaza and losing hundreds of miles of the northern area of Israel. And imagine this will be thousands of kilometers of Netanyahu is going to make sure that you go into the body bags. You have cemeteries in the people where you have your dual nationality. You won't even have a place to be buried here. And you can see that it is his consent that he is sending again and again these settlers to go to the most sacred mosque or Al-Aqsa mosque, which never happened for centuries or never happened for decades. You may have one or two cases, but now you see that the extremists are doing this and provoking so that the war continues. So the writing is on the wall, and it's all you need is to read. And this is not a conspiracy theory I'm putting forward to you. He is a hostage, and he, no matter whether you even break his neck, break his legs, get his tongue and cut it, or tie his hands, he is going to continue the war. He has no effect, is that because he is a hostage. And the hostage he is of the powers to be, who are masked, who are anti-Jews, who are actually, this is the golden opportunity they felt that they can destroy the Jews from this enclave where, they very cleverly gathered in 100 years from all across, because it would have been difficult to go and pinpoint them in Russia, in America, in Canada, in, Africa, in various parts of even in Iran, and get those Jews and go after them. So first, they were gathered there from that bearded, bastard who's turning in his graves, who started the Zionist movement. Now the end is by this,
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। फाइनली इसराइल की फौज में बड़े पैमाने पर अब उखाड़ पिछाड़ का सिलसिला जारी है। अब सीन ये हुआ है कि इसराइल को अब तक का सबसे बड़ा झटका ये लगा है। ये जो शख्स आपकी स्क्रीन पर आ रहा है, ये इसराइल की जो ग्राउंड फोर्सेस हैं उसका चीफ है, जिसने दौराने जंग यानी मेजर जनरल तामिर यदाई ने दौराने जंग रिजाइन कर दिया है और कहा है कि वो किसी सूरत अब फौज का हिस्सा नहीं रहना चाहते। और इजराइल की आर्मी ने कहा है वो जी इनकी पर्सनल रीजंस थी। असल कहानी ये है कि उसने कह दिया है कि इनफ इज इनफ हो गया है, अब हम फौज का बोझ नहीं उठा सकते। और इस सूरत हाल में अब आप तैयार रहें, इजराइल की फौज के जर्नैलों के इस्तीफे आने वाले हैं। और इससे भी बढ़कर फौज के अंदर जो लड़ने वाले सिपाही हैं वो भी अब तैयार है उनके पूरी तरह रिजाइन करने के लिए। अब मजीद कोई इस सारी सूरत हाल में नेतन्याहू का बर्डन अपने सर पर नहीं लेना चाहता। देखिए, इस जर्नैल को पता है ग्राउंड फोर्सेस का जो चीफ होता है, कभी जिंदगी में दौरान जंग किसी ने रिजाइन किया है? आप तभी करते हैं जब आपको पता होता है कि अब हमारे पास बचा कुछ नहीं है। आप वो लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं जिसमें इजराइल की तबाही है, वरना इस मौके के ऊपर कोई रिजाइन नहीं करता। अब इस ग्राउंड फोर्सेस का मतलब ये होता है कि ये जो खास तौर पर याद रहे, आर्मी चीफ के बाद जो चीफ जाकर ग्राउंड पर फोर्सेस को लड़ाता है, प्लान बनाता है, हमने कौन से इलाके फतह करने, कौन से मामलात करने हैं, ये असल में कंटिन्यूसली रिपोर्ट दे रहे थे नेतन्याहू को कि ग्राउंड की सूरत हाल ठीक नहीं है। और ये आर्मी चीफ तक पैगाम भी उनका जा रहा था। इसी की रिपोर्ट के ऊपर आर्मी चीफ नेतन्याहू को बार बार कह रहा था कि हालात बड़े खराब है, निचली सतह के ऊपर मामलात हमारे कंट्रोल से बाहर निकल चुके हुए हैं, क्योंकि वहां पर अब फौजियों ने इनकार कर दिया, वो गजा में नहीं जाना चाहते। इसी बेस के ऊपर आर्मी चीफ ने कहा था गजा से फौज निकालो।
आप लोगों ने मस्जिद अक्सा के बारे में तो जरूर सुना होगा, लेकिन क्या आपको मालूम है कि इस मस्जिद को असल में किसने बनवाया था और इस जमीन पर किस मजहब का हक है? आइए आज इसी बात को हदीस के मुताबिक समझते हैं। जब हजरत आदम अलैहिस्सलाम इस दुनिया में तशरीफ लाए तो उन्होंने सबसे पहले मक्का में मौजूद काबे का सबसे पहले तवाफ किया और वहाँ एक मस्जिद तामीर की, जिसे आज दुनिया मस्जिद अल हरम के नाम से जानती है। लेकिन इसी के पीछे आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की एक हदीस मुबारक भी हमें देखने को मिलती है, जो सही बुखारी की हदीस नंबर 3366 है, जिसमें अबू धार नाम का एक सहाबी आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम से पूछता है कि ए अल्लाह के रसूल, क्या आप बता सकते हैं कि दुनिया की सबसे पहली मस्जिद कौन सी है? आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने जवाब दिया, मस्जिद अल हरम दुनिया की सबसे पहली मस्जिद है। उसके बाद अबू धार रजी अल्लाह ताला अन्हु आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम से पूछते हैं, दुनिया की दूसरी मस्जिद कौन सी है? आपने फरमाया, मस्जिद अक्सा दुनिया की दूसरी मस्जिद है, जो मस्जिद अल हरम के 40 साल बाद बनाई।
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the like button and press the bell icon so you don't miss any of our videos.
my suggestion to President Biden is, as the Americans say, good friends don't let their friends drive drunk. And we have a drunk driver in the seat of the government of Israel today. And if the United States is a good friend to Israel and is a good friend to the Arab world, then the Americans need to use every pressure that they have to put an end to this war.
Release deal. Today, families of Israeli hostages protested outside the Likud party headquarters in Tel Aviv. This followed a Tuesday evening protest outside the Israeli army headquarters. Despite the mounting pressure, Netanyahu remains defiant, refusing to accept a ceasefire deal while putting forward new demands and insisting he would not agree to any deal with Hamas unless Israel maintains control of the Philadelphia corridor along Gaza's border with Egypt. President Biden's called on the Israeli leader to do more to secure an agreement with Hamas following the recovery of the bodies of 6 dead hostages. On Tuesday, U.S. State Department spokesperson Matt Miller addressed the ceasefire negotiations. Jerusalem, where we're joined by Gershon Baskin, Middle East Director of International Communities Organization, a human rights advocacy group. For years, he's been a back-channel Israeli negotiator with Hamas in ceasefire deals, including during Israel's current war on Gaza in 2011, when he helped negotiate the release.
Will America and Britain abandon Israel to punish Benjamin Netanyahu? I ask that question because of the latest developments. Israel is up in arms against Netanyahu. There is rising anger on the ground against the Israeli Prime Minister. Britain, a key ally, has suspended the sale of arms to Israel. And US President Joe Biden, Netanyahu's closest ally, has publicly lashed out at him for not doing enough to secure a ceasefire deal. But Netanyahu, well, he is adamant. In defiance of protests at home and rising criticism from Israel's key allies, Netanyahu is not willing to budge on his key demand to secure a ceasefire deal. He will not give up control over the Philadelphia corridor along Gaza's border with Egypt. The question is, will Netanyahu's stubbornness end up costing Israel? Will allies abandon Israel in the war against Hamas in order to punish Netanyahu? All signs do point to this. Let's just take a look at what's happened within the last 24 hours. On Monday, in a combative press conference, the Israeli Prime Minister said that control over the Philadelphia corridor was a primary war aim. Netanyahu, in fact, vowed that Israel, which currently controls this strip of land, will not relinquish control over the strategic corridor. And this has entrenched the Israeli position, a position that has emerged as a key obstacle in securing a ceasefire hostage deal with Hamas. Speaking during the press conference, Netanyahu said, and I'm quoting, "Israel will not accept the massacre of 6 hostages. Hamas will pay a heavy price."
Much more complex, and each side has its own interest here. There's great reluctance to make compromises. What I've seen, what I've observed over the last 18 years that I've been doing these negotiations is that sometimes it's just unbelievable the kind of behavior of the people in charge of these negotiations, who sometimes seem to be as if they're in a kindergarten classroom, with bringing up issues and ways of talking to each other or talking at each other that resemble what young children would do, rather than being responsible and finding direct ways to resolve the problem, which is ending the war and getting the hostages home. They never deal with it directly. And this is the truth today as it was many years ago when Gilad Shalit was in captivity.
What do you think it would take at this point in this last minute we have, Gershon?
I think it would take an Hamas acknowledgement that they're ready to release all the hostages so that we can mobilize the Israeli streets. And it will take extreme American pressure on Netanyahu to make a deal. And the Americans have the pressure if they would choose to use it.
And what
यूनिवर्सल टेलीविजन को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। उसके बाद बेल बटन पे क्लिक करें और अपने कमेंट्स के सेक्शन में अपने कीमती जो ख्यालात का इजहार ज़रूर